Hello,
Suck it.
hello, hello, and welcome back to Bad Ping, the internet's most random ass podcast. This month you've got myself, Megan, and I have with me Matt and Adam.
Whoop, whoop.
Uh,
That was so lackluster. We are back again with another three-person podcast because life has gotten busy in the summer. So,
And
you
no
know,
one wants to actually do anything.
and speaking of busy, fuck heat exhaustion.
yes, I concur with that. Heat exhaustion sucks.
Yeah, it does.
That's kind of why I'm
Close.
glad I don't work the Renaissance fairs right
Yeah.
now because I would pretty much die in my corset.
It's actually been nice here because we've had almost no, okay, for a little while there it was really hot, but now it's like mid 80s.
Can
And
I
that's
have
really
your,
nice for Minnesota in the summer.
Can I have your weather because it is hot and humid as heck down here.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want
Yeah.
any
Until
humidity
tomorrow,
again.
there's a heat excess warning.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
sounds, sounds like you're getting slammed in Kentucky.
Well, I got slammed twice in Tennessee, so I'm not too surprised.
Yeah. Like for me, I'm like I just got back from Florida and I would rather have the weather down there like what it was when I was there than the heat up
I
here.
didn't realize you were living in the middle of hell.
I am no. It's bad.
Really?
Let's see. Today, well, let's see. Right now, if my phone will cooperate, the actual temperature is 97, and it feels like 104.
Ooh.
Oh, that's nice.
And we're not supposed to get rain anytime
What
soon.
is my weather?
Now, in the weather portion of the podcast,
The weather segment.
It's
We start out with the weather
91
segment.
degrees by me, but it feels like 98.
So I'm still winning, Matt.
It is 81 and sunny.
So I
And
win.
there's a 30% humidity, and it feels like 81.
I,
This is
I
a
win.
really nice summer, or this is really nice for August for Minnesota. Tomorrow
In
and
other
Friday are
news,
both
Matt can
75.
go fuck himself.
Oh my gosh. So has anything fun happened since our last recording? Because the last time we recorded was June.
Yeah.
Matt, I remember you were on the podcast with me, right?
Was I? I don't
Yeah,
remember.
I think
Yes.
it was me and Matt and
No,
Laura.
no, no.
It wasn't me.
it was
June was
me,
very
Laura, and
busy.
you, Adam.
June was very busy for me, so I didn't do anything in terms of
Yeah, it was me,
podcast.
Laura, and Adam, and Joe was supposed to join us, but he got caught up playing Pokemon Go.
Oh, yeah. When you had me muted, right?
I was on the muted one. I was on the
was-
muted one. That
That
was
was the
wild.
previous
That was like 2 months before that one.
Listen. I have technical issues with my laptop and my headphones. Leave me alone.
That's a funny way to say you don't want to talk to us.
Hey, you hush.
It's only you, Adam.
It's
Good point.
it's just Adam. But
Hey,
I
I'm
do
special.
remember Adam saying that he was going to be in a wedding. That he promised us tales from the wedding.
Yeah. So, to kind of give you a little bit of background, it was my cousin's wedding, and this was the first time in about, I want to say since Christmas of 2019 that I got to see my goddaughter. So,
Nice.
we get out there the Wednesday before, and first thing my goddaughter does when she sees me, she tries breaking my freaking legs.
Why not? That's what I would do if I saw you.
Is the correct way to greet a person.
Yeah. So, anytime she was over, anytime we were near one another, she would ask to watch videos on my phone because I would put them on and let her listen to them. I generally had a rule of don't touch it unless you know what you're going to go to, and let me find perfect ones. And my other niece was there, so she wanted to watch stuff with my goddaughter, so I got to watch a total of 5 videos around between the hours of when I woke up and when everyone went to bed.
Nice. So you just babysat the entire wedding.
Pretty much, considering the fact
Yeah,
that
that's what I'm wondering.
was
See,
like,
I have a similar system with my niece and my nephew, except I'll put on Disney Plus and put on whatever they want to watch. I'm like, you do leave this app unless Mimi has a phone. They're like, okay. They don't leave the app, but they'll tell me every time I get a pop-up notification. So anytime any of you guys messages me in the chat, they'll go, Mimi, you have a text message. I'm like, it's okay, just swipe away.
Free secretary.
Pretty much. It was hilarious though, because my brother
yeah,
was like, "Whose phone do you have?" They're like, "Me." They wanted something to watch.
I wish they would do that. Instead, they hear what I say and say, oh, well, we weren't listening.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
the selective hearing.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
starting
it's
younger.
a real thing. Yeah, I
But-
had 2 weddings in June.
Ooh,
Speaking of
weddings?
weddings, 2 weddings. Well, my cousin's wedding we weren't at very long, but my sister's wedding was a fucking blast.
Why weren't you at your cousin's wedding for very long? Is there an interesting story? Is just cut.
Well, no, it's so that side of my family doesn't party very much. So mostly they just stood around and talked. Good one, Adam. Yeah, so we left that one pretty early because there was just, no one to talk to really outside of my family. And like again, they don't dance or anything, they don't party, so they were just all outside. And my sister's wedding was, of course, that was a good time.
Well, at least you had one good wedding. The last one I
Actually,
went to was in May. Yeah, May.
my other cousin actually got married in May. Cousin on my other side got married in May.
What like what I don't understand is why do people like insist on getting married in like May and June? I don't
because they're dumb fucks.
understand.
Get married in the winter. Fucking winter is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, winter or spring, like, literally, you have 2 pre-made vows right there if you want to correct them yourselves. Winter. Oh, the person I'm marrying is going to be the light in the darkness. Winter has a lot of darkness. Boom.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Adam the wedding planner.
Yeah, perfect wedding idea. Fuck summer weddings.
You know what the best time to get married is? Get married in October. You can have a Halloween wedding.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will say this much. Like, September, October, great months. November, you can deal with that. Especially if you said in the week of Thanksgiving. Suddenly you get to say, oh, my vows are are coming on Thanksgiving.
Oh, you can pretty much make any type of vow or any type of holiday and just kind of incorporate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then summer rolls around and it's like, oh, what's that? You want a nice dry day. No real humidity, no rain, nothing like that. Well, go fuck yourself.
I promise to love you all the days of my life, especially the days I have swamp ass.
That's number
That
4. Yeah.
I'm going to say this right now. That legitimately happened.
Yeah.
The day of the wedding, I I got so I got so overheated in that fucking monkey suit. Like I started hallucinating towards the end of everything.
Dude, you rocked that monkey suit though. You look good.
Yeah, I just wish I had the fucking monkey mask.
Oh my
So were
gosh.
you all
So
dressed? Where you were a groomsman, right, Adam?
Yeah.
Were you all dressed as animals, or was it just you? I
No, it's
really hope
just
it was
me.
just you.
I pull off the monkey
Ah.
look.
it was I really don't want to be a groomsman, but I have to be a groomsman, so I'll make
Everyone
the
else
most
was
of
in a
it.
fuck. Everyone else was in a fucking normal ass tux, and you were just chilling in a monkey suit.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's it's kind of like if I'm recruited to save the world. Like, you could have gotten somebody better, like a reincarnated Hitler. At least he won't fuck up as much as I will.
Oh my gosh.
Adam, you would try saving the world in a monkey suit.
So I have
Yeah.
some fun stories from the AEW show I went to go see.
Ooh,
Do
sounds
tell.
exciting.
So I I got off work and went to start driving down to where it was being at because it's in Garland, and Garland's like 45 minutes from my house, so it's not terribly far, but it's not terribly close either. To find out that the restaurant that I picked to go eat before the show, all of the other AEW fans picked the exact same restaurant, so it was full of people going to the show. All I could see was a sea of merch sitting at all the tables.
It's fun.
That's not bad.
I picked correctly. So then I drive over to the arena, and I should have gotten off work earlier. It was so bad. The line was wrapped all the way around the building, almost touching itself again, just to get to where the scanners are to get into the arena.
Oh boy.
That happened to me once at a WWE show.
It was, oh my gosh, it was so bad. But the line moved pretty quickly, and I ended up talking to a guy that was in front of me in line, and we're just chit chatting and walking around the building. But I got up to the merch lines, which were annoying as hell. But I did manage to get an autographed Sammy Guevara doll, or like action figure type thing, and
Nice.
it was one of the last ones that he had signed for the Garland show. I'm like, yeah, because Sammy is
Awesome.
one of my favorites. But went down to my seat. The two guys sitting to the right of me, oh my god, they reeked of weed. Like they had just
I
smoked
feel like
like
that's your typical AEW fan, though, right?
well,
Like,
it's like
it's
Yeah.
gotta be.
they had just smoked a big one and then came in to sit down. It reeked so bad. I'm like sitting there trying not to gag and trying to get air. It was ugh. But the stands were completely full. Like they had sold out the entire arena, which you'd think, with the pepperoni pizza that we're currently in, that they wouldn't do that.
I
But
don't know.
Yeah, you know.
but what was funny was um what they don't show you like pre and post Dynamite was Cody came out and they were doing a thing with the Salvation Army and like collecting cans for the local food pantry, and two people had won the drawing for that, and they actually got to go in the ring with Cody, and that was
Awesome.
cool. And then Tony Khan comes out, and I'm like, okay, this is interesting. Why is Tony out here? I'm scared. But he's just talking to us, like, thanking us for being there. And then he's like, make sure you stick around for Elevation, because they were recording Elevation right after Dynamite. He's like, we're going to have some great shows, and I got some awesome updates and some, sneak peeks about wrestlers that are coming to AEW. And I'm like, why do you do this to me? I have to be up early for work tomorrow morning. Why? So
That's why you take the next day off,
I tried to, but they wouldn't let me.
bitches.
No. What I tried to do was I tried to take off the morning, so I would come in at 10 instead of at 6. But I got put under mandatory overtime.
Oof.
So if I wanted to actually make overtime pay, I had to work regular 40 hours and whatever overtime I had to work.
Well, then you just call in sick. You'd be like, hey, I have a flu. I can't come in.
Yeah, here's the thing about my work is I don't get
Yeah.
sick days. I get written up for calling in sick.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's fucking dog shit.
Not even Amazon would do that.
Okay. First off, are they not aware of a fucking global pandemic? Second,
Pandemic?
No.
What's that?
why the fuck?
Here's the thing. If you being sick has been ruled that it was because of COVID, you don't get written up. But if you call in sick for like you needing a mental health day or something like that, you'll get written up.
What the fuck? That seems counterintuitive.
Yeah, here's the kicker. I work for health insurance. You'd think they would,
That makes sense now.
That's why you gotta work for not health insurance, the other insurance types.
car insurance.
Car, there you go, car insurance.
Life insurance.
I'm trying to find a new job right now with doing school and stuff. It's been a thing. But during the show, like Tony would come out periodically and just talk with us, be like, "Hey guys, how's it going?" And the in-ring announcer would just start looking around the arena in between like commercials and looking at all the signs, and he would just start reading them out and just be like, "I like your sign. That's very funny." That's
amazing.
It was hilarious, but that's really like the biggest parts. I didn't stay for Elevation. I wish I would have, because then I could watch Jungle Boy in his match, but I was just so wiped out. But seeing Christian Cage and Jurassic Express come out before Dynamite started was awesome. So that's kind of my little stories about AEW. I'm just glad that they're touring again, because I definitely want to try and get to go to more shows.
Yeah, I wonder when they're coming to Minnesota. I might have to try to get to one.
I know they're going to Ohio after All Out, so you can probably assume late, or not late, but middle of October if they continue touring up north. I'm waiting for a show in New Mexico so I can go and make a nice week out of that.
Let's see, they're in Pittsburgh all this week. They're back in Houston on the 18th, Chicago for Rampage and the pay-per-view. No, Chicago for Rampage. Then they go to Wisconsin. And then they're back in Chicago for the pay-per-view. And then for Rampage and
back in Wisconsin.
And then they're back. Oh my gosh, what the hell? Hang on. Okay, that's Dynamite. Thompson, Dynamite, Rampage. Okay. And then they're in Cincinnati on September 8th. Newark. Grand Slam Center in Queens. Rochester. Philly again. Boston. St. Louis.
Ooh.
Well, that's a town that's not boring.
No, I'm just talking about for Matt. They're in St. Louis on November 5th
It's
for
not
eight
far.
for a taping. Let's see. Full Gear, which is in St. Louis on the 6th of November. And then they're in Louisiana, and that's as far as they've got. Because Louisiana is January 12th of next year.
I know that. I do know that WWE is coming to Minnesota pretty soon because it was on the John Cena for like 2 or 3 month thing that he's doing.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I was
can't
fucking
wait.
hyped when I watched that episode or that Raw. Like I was like, episode's been okay. Fucking John Cena hit. I'm like, oh shit.
It flabbergasts me that they keep bringing back Cena, but also because his movies are coming out. But at the same time, The Rock has had movies coming out, and he's not made any more WWE appearances.
Well, I will say this about The Rock. When he does show up, like, it's going to be for a big event. With Cena, yeah, he'll pop up to hype up the movies and all that, then disappear until the next movie's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something that irks me about it, but that's also
Yeah.
why I'm now more into watching AEW than WWE.
Okay,
Well,
here's why you should not watch WWE. Sorry, Adam, I'm gonna cut you off here for a
it's
second.
all good.
Well, so I was watching that Raw. Just again, I was bored. Nothing else was on, and The Miz and Morrison have the world's stupidest fucking gimmick right now. Okay, it's still The Miz. The Miz is fine, you know, but John Morrison's whole thing is that he's Johnny Drip Drip, and he has like water squirters that he sprays people with.
Yeah, they started doing that a while ago, and that just
Fucking
got really boring.
so dumb. I was like, what if this isn't good? This is terrible. This isn't entertaining. The most entertaining part of it was seeing Damian Priest kick the shit out of him for 5 minutes.
I love Damian Priest. That's the only reason I will watch highlights is just to see Damian Priest.
It was the only thing that was worth it. Only thing that made it any, I think Ricochet came out at one point too, but still, even that wasn't like that exciting anymore. Ricochet is like, oh, it's just Ricochet.
Yeah. I am excited to
Yeah.
see like the different WWE people that are starting to cross over.
Yeah,
'Cause-
WWE is gonna die, and AEW is gonna kill it.
Oh yeah, especially
Yeah,
with
no.
Punk showing up pretty soon.
Yeah, if Punk is like, I will actively record every episode of AEW and watch it.
Well, Punk
when
is already
Punk comes in.
confirmed on multiple sources that he's signed his contract. They're just I told this to Adam before we started recording. It's the rumors right now are that he's showing up in Chicago, but he's not showing up till Rampage.
Yeah. I'm going to say it right now. AEW is not going to kill WWE for one simple fact. It cannot kill WWE. My reasoning? It's on 2 different nights.
Well, AEW will be as well 2 different nights.
On Friday, yes. But
Wednesday and
notice
Friday,
the time
right?
it's starting.
But what you also have to consider is if you look at the viewership over the last couple of months since NXT has moved to Tuesdays, and even with Raw and SmackDown being on different days, all the viewership has gone to Wednesday nights for Dynamite than any of the 3 shows.
And this is kind of what I mean. Okay? Because I want to bring you back, 11 years. Because when Impact went to Monday nights, back in January of 2010, their first episode, they did better than AEW did.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's hard to say, oh, AEW's going to WWE, because of viewerships when we get
I get what you're saying,
them
Adam,
in
but
different ways.
AW or Impact didn't get the big stars like AW is getting.
Mm-hmm.
They
Plus,
had some big stars.
They had some, but not the stars. Like they don't have fucking CM Punk and talk, or they didn't ever get anywhere close to the level of star that CM Punk is, or like fucking Dean Ambrose, Johnny Moxville, or whatever the fuck his name is.
John
Moxley.
Yeah.
Well, I got some bad news for you. They
What?
were on Impact.
Well, yeah, but you don't like they weren't stars on Impact. They were stars in WWE. They became big stars, and then they went over. They left for WWE or AEW. Excuse me. They left WWE for AEW.
Look, what I'm saying
during
is,
their stardom.
AEW is not going to be the nail in the coffin for WWE. However,
It's going to be the hammer.
Very true. Tony Khan is a very smart man because he's creating all of these relationships with the other wrestling promotions to have the wrestlers go cross companies and wrestle cross companies.
That is also very true.
And I will give Tony Khan a lot of credit for that. Like, at first I wasn't sure if he'd be good, but he's blown me away.
He is a smart man with how he's running the business. Plus the fact that Vince is going to be his own doom because he keeps releasing the more talented part of the roster that he chooses not to play.
If reports are to be believed, it's more a case of Nick Khan.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's the case, then it's saying a lot more to the whole differing ideas. Because I think Vince would like to retire, but he can't because of everything that's been going on.
I mean, who knows at this point? He should have retired years ago and left the company to Paul and to Stephanie and to Shane.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of what I mean. A recent report, and I want to say in like the last week or two, came out and said that Triple H doesn't want to have the company.
Triple H wants NXT to be like Triple H just wants NXT. Yeah. And
which it won't be unless, honestly, unless Stephanie takes over and allows it to, because Vince has always been under the mindset that it's one company, like different shows, not different promotions under one umbrella.
Which is what AEW is doing, and that's going to be
we hope
gonna probably end up
at least with Rampage.
Yeah, but regardless of that fact, like I said, I'm excited to see who starts coming up to AEW as, non-competes start lapsing, because we already know Punk is coming. If anyone looks on, Instagram and sees Murphy,
I'm still skeptical about Punk just because he likes trolling.
Well, I mean, except for the fact that he's almost like he said that I read today that he told Tony Khan that he wanted to be part of. Yeah. They wanted him part of the founding roster.
Yeah. So it's already confirmed on.
So there's already a relation. Yeah, there's already a rapport built there. So just simply signing him, was.
He's already confirmed on multiple different things that he is going to AEW. It's like Matt just said, it's a matter of when. But if you look on Buddy Murphy's Instagram, he just released kind of
the
a vignette. The prison vignette, which is the same thing that Alistair did before coming on to AEW.
And Moxley. but
and Knoxley.
I don't
So
think Murphy is going to AEW immediately.
I don't think so either, but it would make sense. But we also have to think that maybe it's just the vignette of he was trapped by one promotion, now he's finally getting set free to go to a different promotion. So it'll be interesting to see where he lands. But there's a lot of
honestly
talent
hope he lands
that's
in
got
Impact.
released.
Just because him versus Josh Alexander would be amazing.
Yeah. But it's definitely going to be an interesting next couple of months to see where people start landing as non-competes start closing up.
Yeah, for sure.
I think Murphy and Blake will go to Impact and then transfer over to AEW due to the relationship.
Yeah. It's all under the one umbrella.
So, Megan, did you see the Suicide Squad yet?
No, I haven't seen it. I've seen clips of it, but I haven't seen
It
it
is
yet.
so good.
It is so good. I wanted to bring up this point earlier because how much you hate John Cena. John Cena is fucking amazing in that movie. He is so good.
One
He's
of the
one of the
reasons
best
why I
parts.
haven't seen the movie is because I absolutely hate John Cena.
He is so good in that movie. Like he literally he's
He is
not John
easy
Cena.
to hate in that
He is
movie.
a new character. Like he is not John Cena. He is an entirely different character.
I'll give it a shot, but the reason I haven't watched the Suicide Squad because I've been finishing up my Marvel education and I watched all the movies and all the TV shows.
Awesome.
Except for Spider-Man because it's not on Disney Plus.
Did you watch Deadpool? Because that counts. It's not MCU counts, but it counts.
Is it on Disney Plus?
No.
Then I have not watched it.
But you definitely need to watch Deadpool.
You're missing out on a lot of things with Deadpool.
I know. I need to watch Spider-Man, or at least the Tom Holland Spider-Man, because that's canon.
Yeah. Far From Home.
But I need to watch that. But I just watched the first episode of What If today, and I don't know how I feel about it.
I got it. It's great for the Marvel fanboys and the comic readers that were obsessed with it.
Yeah.
It works, but it's too late to actually make an impact, so to say.
Yeah, I get why they're doing it now, because at the end of Loki, with the way that the multiverse is expanding out and coming up with Doctor Strange's multiverse of madness.
Yeah.
It ties in with that, but it feels like it's trying to get shoehorned into the MCU, and I don't know. It's only the first episode, so we'll see.
I have a serious question. Mm-hmm. The new Spider-Man, that comes out this December, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, no trailer for it, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not doing a trailer because they want
why they're doing it now.
Yeah. No trailer because they want it to be a surprise for the audience.
Yeah, which is an interesting way to do it.
I applaud them for that decision.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else that anyone wants to talk about? Because I feel like we're just kind of rambling at this point.
We've talked about the Suicide Squad.
That was the only big one.
How did you like Endgame?
Ooh.
I said what I thought.
Again.
Oh my gosh, I don't want to cry again. It was 8:00 in the morning, and I got to that part, and I'm sobbing at my desk. I'm like, I did not want to cry today.
Hey, I would have cried, but I had to piss so badly that I didn't. I was in the theater. I was sitting there. I'm like, I know I'm gonna cry, but my bladder is full, and that's stopping everything.
God,
but
so many great scenes.
Overall, it was I really did like Endgame. I love the way that it was like woven together. But I need to go back, and you both love this. I need to go back and watch all the movies in order again, because as I was watching, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this from this movie, and I remember this from this movie, and I'm like, this doesn't make sense in my brain, but I know where it comes from.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what you're saying is re-education.
Yes. So it's just
I'm
it's easy
down for that.
it's easier for me to watch them while I'm working because I
Yeah.
can listen and then catch a couple of scenes if I miss stuff. But
What did you think? So there's one scene that I must ask about. What did you think of the female empowerment scene?
yes,
Like,
more of that. Yes.
you loved it. I thought personally that it was a little more forced than it needed to be. If you watch the show The Boys, which I highly recommend on HBO, it's fucking great.
Is it on HBO or Amazon? Amazon Prime.
Amazon. It's not
Yeah.
Amazon. It's not on Amazon.
Okay.
There's a far better empowerment scene where it's just three bitches beating up another bitch. That's it. That's the scene. It is fucking incredible.
Nice.
Because I have to watch that.
Yeah, it's great. I highly recommend that show.
All right, so that's definitely something I need to watch along with Deadpool and Spider-Man. But anything else we want to bring up? Because I gotta run because I smell dinner.
Not really.
I really don't have anything to say other than fuck heat exhaustion again.
All right, so that's gonna leave us off for Bad Ping this month. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day to listen to us ramble a little bit. Next month, hopefully, yes.
I forgot the news.
Oh yes.
So, as I told Megan and Matt beforehand, by September 1st, I should have an update on when and where I'll be moving to. So I'll start putting stuff off to get a streaming computer so we can start recording these on Twitch and having people interact. But there's something else that I get to say.
What?
You're
As
pregnant.
of right now, my entire goal is to get streaming by, well, I'll say by March 1st at the latest. Barring any major changes in the world and all that. And to do this, I've also kind of set a deadline for everything. So by February of next year, I will probably be more sporadic on Bad Ping, because I'll be working on editing and all of that fun stuff, just so we can have more editors to help out.
Yay!
Or
So definitely, yes. What?
I was just saying more editors.
Yes.
All right.
More editors, always a good thing. So be on the lookout for newer content coming out soon once we get some more things in place. But hopefully in a month we will have our bigger cast back with us, just as things just kind of got crazy this month. Be sure to check us out on Twitter at CyberTwits Don't
forget to check out T and Twits.
Check out T and Twits. We'll be back with a new episode later this month. It's all about Laura this month because it's her birthday month. Also check us out over on YouTube check us out over on YouTube at CyberTwits for more of our content, and we will see you guys next month. Bye.
Later.
Bye, bitches.